It's time for In the Paint, the best high school hoop show in the Wabash Valley. Sponsored by Fifth Third Bank, Ivy Tech Community College, and Pepsi. Now your hosts, Rick Semler and Caleb Martin.
Good evening and welcome to our special Monday edition of In the Paint. That's Caleb Martin and I'm Rick Semler.
Well, day number 2 of this year's Pizza Hut Classic turned out to be one of the most exciting days the tourney has ever had.
That's right, Caleb. Of the 8 games played today, 6 of them were decided by 5 points or less. We had some very good games and exciting finishes. We'll start with the first quarterfinal game that had Terre Haute South versus Sullivan. End of the first half, Rhett Smith throws one down for the Golden Arrows. Sullivan led 34-27 at the half. Third quarter, South was going on a 15-4 run. John Michael Jarvis's 3 gives the Braves their first lead of the game at 42-40. Get this, South was 14 for 48 from three-point land. Gary Ulrich's 3-ball gives South a 53-49 lead midway through the fourth quarter. Great defense by Sullivan. David Bedwell knocks the ball loose. Lance Elliott picks up the loose ball and scores to tie the game up at 53 apiece with 3 minutes to go. 23 seconds to go now in the contest. We are still tied at 53. Sullivan with the ball. Drayson Boyd, bullseye on the 3. With 10 seconds to go, Sullivan goes up 56-53. South had one last chance to force overtime, but Caleb Hurdle makes a huge block for Sullivan. Sullivan knocks off Terre Haute South 58-53. It's the Golden Arrows' first win over South in 11 years. And how about Drayson Boyd? The Sullivan senior has now hit 3 game-winning shots for the Golden Arrows this season.
I knew as soon as Rhett was going to go in, they were going to draw some defenders on him. And, well, I didn't expect for Rhett to get through that small gap, but he got it through there, and I was just ready for it and took advantage of it.
So next up for Sullivan was the winner between West Vigo and Owen Valley. West Vigo's senior Tyler Wampler moved into the top 10 in scoring today in the tourney's history. Wampler was on fire in the first quarter from behind the arc. He finished with 25 points. Fourth quarter, Owen Valley was up 2. Make that 4. Cody Vest putback stretches the Patriots' lead out for the second game in a row. In this tourney, Zach Kent was an unsung hero for West Vigo. Kent's 3 ties the game up at 46 apiece with just under 2 minutes to go. Under 20 seconds to go now. We're still tied at 46. West Vigo ball. Everybody thinks they're going to Wampler. Nope. Kent is left wide open. With the game on the line, he is money. With 2 seconds left, Kent hits the game-winning 3 for West Vigo. Kent scored all 9 of his points in the game in the final quarter. West Vigo wins 49-46. The Vikings advance on to the semifinals for the first time ever at the Pizza Hut Classic. And what can you say about Zach Kent? On Saturday, he had a career-high 11 points, and today he hit his first ever game-winning shot.
I felt good when it came off my hand. Hauser hit me when I was open. Felt good.
He did a good job, and he did what we asked him to do, and he stepped up and he made some plays.
Now, the game of the day that everybody was waiting to see was tonight's quarterfinal game between Terre Haute North and Marshall. This was a rematch of last year's championship contest, and as most of you know, Marshall won last year's title. But tonight, Terre Haute North not only was able to find the revenge, but the Patriots showed why they were the pre-tourney favorites. The biggest crowd of the day was on hand for this one. Taylor Duncan comes up with a steal here. He takes it coast to coast. Nice spin move here for 2. Marshall takes the 5-2 lead. Then check out this pass by North's Chase Jones. Beautiful bounce pass to Thomas Anderson. That hoop was part of a 9-2 run for North. Anderson finished the game with 14 points and 8 boards. North led by 10 at half, and let me tell you why North is so good this year. They play some great defense. Patriots' Logan Shipley scores off this turnover there. Then North's big man Justin Gant takes over. Gant with a 2-handed slam. Get out of the big fella's way. And Gant's high wire act wasn't done. This, my friends, is how you finish. Gant brought down the house with that alley-oop. He would finish the day with 16 points and 11 boards as Terre Haute North beats Marshall 47-31, which means we will now have a new tournament champion.
Last year was kind of upsetting the way that we lost in the championship game, so we definitely wanted to get focused this time and make sure we came out prepared and ready to go. I won it as my freshman year, and we thought we had a good chance to win it last year, and Marshall came out and outplayed us last year, and I think we got another good chance this year.
Our last quarterfinal game of the day featured SHAKAMAK against Northview in the Ernie Mesh Bowl. Of course, Coach Metch used to coach SHAKAMAK, and now he's at Northview. First quarter, Trent Lancaster came out firing. He buries 3 of his 20 points there. Knights up early 5-4. Then Jonathan Bradshaw drives into the paint. He gets that 2 to drop. Northview would take an 8-point lead into halftime. Fourth quarter now, SHAKAMAK rallies back. Tyler Richardson spots up and buries a 3 there. Lakers in front now 50-47. Richardson finished the game with 23 points. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Richardson gets the putback to drop as the Lakers hold on to beat Northview 64-60. SHAKAMAK will make their second appearance in the semifinal round ever tomorrow night as they face Terre Haute North.
As for the consolation games, Bloomfield faced South Vermillion for the Cardinals. Taking on the Wildcats was the least of their concerns. Get this. This morning, Bloomfield's bus broke down on the way to the game. The team arrived late for their game. Their contest against South V was delayed, and because the Cardinals were so late, they only had 10 minutes to warm up. Rough start to the day. So obviously things were stacked against Bloomfield in their consolation game against South Vermillion. Bloomfield's late arrival certainly affected them. Andy Walsh gets the hoop for South V. The Wildcats led 12-0 after the first quarter. Under 10 seconds to go now in the game, South Vermillion was up 2. The Wildcats missed the free throw. Bloomfield gets the ball. They can force overtime with a 2 or go for the win with a 3. The Cardinals go for the win, but Holden Ham's shot is off. What an exciting finish. South Vermillion hangs on to win a thriller 47-45 over Bloomfield. The second consolation game had Turkey Run against Riverton Park in a Park County showdown. RP's Garrett Lynch says, "Don't bring that weak stuff in my house." What a block by Lynch. He led the Panthers 2 today with 13 points. Turkey Run's John Sowers tickles the twine from downtown. The Warriors controlled this game throughout. Turkey Run wins by 11, 44-33 over Riverton Park. Caleb.
Well, in other consolation games, the Linton Miners were finally able to get their first win of the season, but it definitely wouldn't come easy. Linton had to rally from a big deficit in the second half. The Miners were taking on Monrovia. Linton was down double digits in the second half, but this Chase Roten layup gave the Miners a 3-point lead with just under a minute to go. 4 seconds left in the game now. Linton up 2. Monrovia with the ball. The Bulldogs draw up a good out-of-bounds play. It almost forced overtime, but Grant Watson's shot bounces off the rim of the buzzer. Linton wins their first game of the season, and they beat Monrovia 62-60 tonight. Casey Westfield was taking on Rockville in another consolation game today. The Warriors' Chris Unziker gets 2 here to drop, +1. Unziker led Casey with 11 points on the afternoon. Casey does a great job of crashing the boards, especially in this one here. Clinton Scott cleans up the inside as he gets a putback here to fall. Casey holds on to beat Rockville today 48-44. The win is Casey's second ever in the Pizza Hut Classic tournament. Well, that's a wrap for our Monday special edition of In the Paint.
Very exciting night. Congrats to all our winners today. And remember, tomorrow it's Sullivan versus West Vigo and Terre Haute North against SHAKAMAK in the 2 semifinal games. Both should be good ball games. Remember, tomorrow night we'll have another mini In the Paint. That does it for Sports News 10. We'll be right back.